Anna Scott for the defense was there to keep it from going, so it was a throw. Once again down the middle. McLaren from Spetzeris just inside the 18, challenging nicely to get it outside the 18 was Lizzie McGrath. She has to retreat to get back into goal. Cleared out over on the far side by Riverwood. It's going to be a throw for Lakeside about 30 yards from goal over on the far touchline. Up into the air, flicked by Eleanor McLaren. Easy grab right on the end line by Lizzie McGrath. Thanks for hanging out with us here for the Soccer Down Here Game of the Week, presented by our friends at Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser Permanente, thrive. 2 hops off of McGrath. Lakeside had possession, lost it, now down the left-hand side. Now cutting centrally. Ellie Lesser. Lesser on a good 25-yard run, wants to set up her left. She does, off the fingertips and in. Ellie Lesser with the goal for Riverwood. 2:48 into the second half, and the back-and-forth game continues. Lesser with the goal. Now Riverwood again with the lead at 2-1. Lesser worked down the left-hand side, cut it into the middle, right at the edge of the 18, cut it back to her left foot. Sent the shot at La Madrid. La Madrid reached at it with her left. It goes off of her fingertips into the net. So Riverwood, second goal of the season, second on the board here tonight. It's 2-1. And the Raiders have the lead on the Vikings. Two hops from Landry Olson as she tried to work the cross. Lakeside wins possession back. Loskin inside the 18. Can't get the shot away, and so it's cleared all the way down into the attacking third by Riverwood. Lakeside having to rebuild. Tate Ortland down the right-hand side. Lynn Scott challenged by Anna Scott. Ortland with the throw. One back by Riverwood. Lily Stein with the touch. On the turn, Paige Lane. She loses possession to Spetzeris. But the Riverwood defense is right there. Ansley King won it back temporarily for Riverwood. Lakeside not allowed to advance past the center line. And once again, Ansley King working now on the right-hand side. Tries to chip it into the middle, looking for Paige Lane. Lakeside's defense was there. Last touch, it'll be a quick throw. Elle Wakefield goes past Haley Davis of Lakeside. She's got some room. Through ball is there, looking for Lily Stein. Stein centrally toward the 6. Defense is there for Lakeside. Ball's got a lot of spin on it after the initial contact. Riverwood. Anna Scott had possession, but it goes off of Ortland as she tried to charge down the left. Last touched by Scott, and it's going to be a throw for the Vikings. The throw hit Lynn Scott right in the chest. Riverwood has the chance to work quickly off the throw. Possession, Wakefield. Now to the edge of the 18, Ellie Lesser. Lesser scored the goal a couple of minutes ago to give Riverwood the lead. Loses possession. Eleanor McLaren now through the middle. Pass was there. Having to defend, Loskin right on the logo. Got it back for Lakeside. Tried to punch the through ball for Lynn Scott down the right-hand side, but once again the Raiders respond defensively. Back and forth continues. Anna Scott through the middle. Tries to cut around Haley Davis. Doesn't work. Davis right down the middle. Flag is up, and Tristan Lynn Scott is offside. 6th minute here in the second half. Goals by Scott and Lesser for Riverwood. We were tied at 1 at the half. Ellie Lesser with the goal. 2:48 into the second half. Riverwood with their second lead of the match. as we're now here in the 7th minute of the second half. So 43rd minute goal by Ellie Lesser gives them a 2-1 lead. Throw is right just inside the 18, intended for Lofton. 2 defenders were there for Lakeside. Wakefield tries to charge into the 18. She has to pull it back right at the corner flag near side, and they're going to say it was last touched by Riverwood, so it'll be a throw for the Vikings. About 10 yards away from the corner flag near side. Ortland. Ball looked like it kind of slipped out of her hands as she was looking for Tristan Linscott. Linscott's header goes out of play, and so it's a throw for the Raiders. Turnover. Lofton just missed. Ball ended up right at Kaylin Lofton's feet, just inside the 18. She took first touch, and that would have been 3 during the fall, but it ends up going over the goal, over the crossbar. It'll be a goal kick for the Vikings. 8th minute here in the second half. 32.5 to go. La Madrid looking for the big hop right down the middle of the park. McLaren was there. She gave to Haley Davis. Davis, defense once again for Riverwood, stands straight up. Down the left-hand side on the charge is Anna Scott. Scott scored the goal in the first half for Riverwood, pushed off the ball by Tate Ortland. And they're going to say that Scott was the last to touch, and Ortland will be there for the throw. Once again, Lakeside came in with a record of 6-3 tonight. Riverwood, shorthanded, record of 0-6. And they're the ones with the 2-1 lead as we get ready for the 9th minute here in the second half. Anna Scott with a throw about 30 yards away from goal here on the near side. Davis back defending for Lakeside, gets help from 2 teammates. Ball ends up with Davis is just outside the 18. She sends it forward. Anna Scott can't control for Riverwood. 3-on-2 on the near side, but nicely done there to try to keep possession was Landry Olson. Riverwood trying to calm things down just a little bit. Now over on the right-hand side, Pemberton. Lofton. Challenged by Lakeside, but she's got help. On the turn. And it looks like it's a foul on Lakeside. It'll be a free kick for about 35 yards or so from net. As Elle Wakefield was fouled. As she tried to turn down the middle channel. Center ref has the ball adjusted more to the right-hand side. Line drive. Chilton chested it. Cleared by Lakeside, but not all the way out. Landry Olson looking, goes long over the net, and it's going to be a goal kick for Lakeside and Isabella La Madrid. Coming up on 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Riverwood leading by the score of 2-1, chasing after their first victory of the year. Been very, very solid defensively. Lakeside's offense hasn't really had the chance to get any kind of consistency. They've been held in check most of the night. Lakeside having to spend a lot of time defending with the likes of Julia Chilton. Cross through the logo, and Anna Scott's the only one there for Riverwood. Headed away. Haley Davis now. Found a partner in Tristan Linscott down the right-hand side. Linscott centrally to Olivia Loskin. Defense is there. Loskin tried to launch it inside the 18, but players were there for Riverwood. It's a 2-on-1 defense, and the Raiders were there. So Lakeside having to regroup 10 yards inside their attacking half. Scott was there. And now with some space, here comes Riverwood again. Ellie Lesser had possession. Riverwood lost it. Riverwood gained it back. Trying to charge inside the 18 was Paige Lane. Lakeside touches it last. Anna Scott with the throw, about 35 yards from goal here on the near side. looking into the corner for Lily Stein, sent into the 18 and cleared away by Lakeside. So it looks like it's going to be a throw fairly close to the corner flag here on the near side. Substitution coming in for Madison Fletcher, first of the second half. And it looks like Ansley King, the sophomore, will take a break. And it looks like Casey Burke will appear here in the second half. 4 pairs of players near the throw. Ball up into the air, kept in by Riverwood right along the end line. But they're going to say it did clear the end line, and it will be a goal kick for Isabella La Madrid in the 13th minute here of the second half. We mentioned just how short-handed Riverwood was. Casey Burke getting some playing time. She's got a strained quad, so it's just minutes. Kira Risotto out. Catherine Stratton out. Caroline Olson not in the game day roster today. 3 freshmen starting tonight. 2 of them traditionally have for Madison Fletcher. Substitution coming in for Lakeside. And it's Tristan Linscott who will be leaving temporarily. But yeah, the 9th graders, Lily Stein starting, Anna Scott starting, Ellie Lesser starting. So that's your left wing, your right back, and your center attacking mid. Lesser charging down the middle of the pitch, had a chance to chase after a brace. She was the one who scored in the 43rd minute to give Riverwood the 2-1 lead. Down the left-hand side, Paige Lane tries to cut it inside the 18. She's getting chased. Defense is there in the form of Chilton and Maya Romanelli for Lakeside. So it's going to be a corner for the Raiders here at the near side. Near corner flag, trying to figure out who's going to take it. And it looks like it might be Ellie Lesser here halfway through the 14th minute of the second half. Lesser changes her position. Right hand in the air. It's going to be a right footer headed right to the penalty spot. Headed away by Lakeside. Lofton got a push in the back just enough to disrupt her from trying to gain possession. Lakeside's there defensively, but they can't clear their own half. Riverwood had possession, lost it, but the defense is there once again for Riverwood, as it has been all night long. Haley Davis stepping into the passing lane on the logo. She's charging through the middle. Touch is there. Too much is on it. Easily grabbed by Lizzie McGrath as Olivia Loskin was working down the football hash mark down the left-hand side. She couldn't keep possession, couldn't keep it in touch, and so McGrath was there halfway through the 15th minute of the second half. It's going to be a throw for Riverwood. Spetzeris met the throw, got there first. Lofton gets there second to gain possession for Riverwood. Loskin trying to hit it off of a Riverwood player to gain the throw. Couldn't happen, so Riverwood once again throws it in. Far side, about 10 yards away from half. Lakeside can't keep possession once again, so it'll be throw pretty much right at center line this time. Into Kaylin Lofton. Headed once and twice. Lofton gets it back 10 yards inside the attacking half. Touch is too heavy, but once again, Riverwood there to backtrack defensively to keep the ball away from Lakeside, as they have all night long with a lot of regularity. Ellie Lesser, Landry Olson working back and forth. Lofton now on the right-hand side. Tries to work her way around Amelia Collins. Cannot. And it's going to be a foul on Lofton. And so it will go back to Riverwood here in the 16th minute of the second half. 56 minutes down, 2-1. Riverwood your score. Goals by Scott and Lesser. The first 2 goals Riverwood has scored all season off of their 0-6 record. Ball flicked twice. On the full sprint is Lily McMahon. McMahon had a chance. She's disrupted by the defense. Once again, the back line raising to the challenge. And it looked like it was Landry Olson there. The last line of defense for Riverwood. Substitution for Tim Newmeyer and Lakeside. And Abby Tract is taking a seat temporarily. Spetzeris with possession. And Spetzeris gets fouled by Ellie Lesser. So it will be a free kick about 45 yards away from goal. Square on. Julia Chilton, right hand in the air. She's going to go long with it, trying to challenge, and grabbed right on the goal line, just in front of it. Lizzie McGrath, eye on it the entire time. Outlet, looking for Lofton. Lofton finds it and keeps it. Got possession 10 yards into her half. Pass, the give and go was there, but tried to go for the 4th pass in a row in that sequence. Last touched by Lakeside defensively by Tate Ortland. It's going to be a throw for Riverwood. 17 and a half minutes gone here, second half. 2-1, Raiders leading Vikings. And gaining possession is Ellie Lesser over on the right-hand side. Tries to pass centrally. Haley Davis is there for the Vikings. Vikings trying to break. But once again, the defense is there in the form of Anna Scott. Scott tries to send it into the attacking half. She cannot. Chance here for Lakeside. Lily McMahon and Olivia Loskin combining, but Loskin tried to send it inside the 18. No one was there at the back post. So Lizzie McGrath tracks it down for Riverwood. And that rush comes up empty for the Vikings. Looking for Lofton. Lofton couldn't control it off of the first hop, but Riverwood had possession briefly with Lesser. Haley Davis wins it back for the Vikings. Backline's there for Riverwood once again. Pass intended for Lily Stein. Stein had it, lost it, but Ortland was there to defend for Lakeside. She touches it last, and it's going to be a throw for the Raiders. Near side, Anna Scott, 10 yards into the attacking half. Throws it to Stein. Launched just to the edge of the 18. Paige Lane was there. Defending was Romanelli once again. Romanelli last a touch. It'll be a corner here at near flag. And it looks like it will be Casey Burke to take for Riverwood. Tying the lace on her boot really quickly. Clock stopped while she's tying at 20:32. And we got to start the clock, and there it goes. First touch, easy grab by La Madrid. La Madrid rolls it out to her left for an outlet, but two Riverwood players there as soon as the contact is made. A lot of 2-on-1s defensively for Riverwood, and it has paid off so far. Foul on Lakeside. Touch with the hand, and so it'll be the Raiders as we are now halfway home here, second half. Riverwood with the lead, 2-1. Scoring their first goals of the season. 1-1 at the break. Anna Scott scored in the 24th minute. Abby Track scores for Lakeside 4 minutes later. We're tied at 1. Long ball launched. Tracking it down is Tate Ortland. And Ortland is there. Last touch by Riverwood. Riverwood fans lobbying for a corner. They don't get it. So it's going to be a goal kick for La Madrid and Lakeside. Alexis Spetzeris grabs the short hop. trying to keep possession for Lakeside. Ball way up into the air. Nice touch to keep it in was Lily Stein here on the left-hand side, but no one is there to help her with it. Loskin back to Haley Davis. Loskin had it 30 yards from goal. McMahon sends it inside the 18. Anna Scott was there trying to clear. Doesn't quite happen. Sent backward and then launched outside toward center line about 10 yards shy by the Riverwood defense again. In front of the Lakeside bench, Amelia Collins with the throw. Spetzeris challenged by Kaylin Lofton. Up into the air by Riverwood, right toward the logo. Haley Davis with it for Lakeside. Lakeside looking to go over the top, trying to get McMahon a chance. Looking over her right shoulder. Tries to flick it to keep possession. Landry Olson had possession, tried to pass to Lily Stein. Didn't connect. It's going to be a throw for Ortland about 30 yards from goal here near side. First touch, knocked into the corner. McMahon is there for Lakeside. Anna Scott is there. McMahon gains possession for the Vikings, but it goes straight to Lily Stein. Ortland tried to launch it on net just outside the 18. Last touched by Riverwood. Riverwood having to defend a set piece. Looks like Alexia Spetzeris will take. Under 17 and a half minutes to go. Spetzeris. Looks like it'll be an outswinger with the right. Hand in the air. Swept toward the penalty spot. Swing and a miss on the volley. Second chance by Chilton right on. Lizzie McGrath had an eye on it the entire time. Throws it down the right wing looking for Kaylin Lofton. Lofton combining with Paige Lane. Lane into the far corner near the corner flag. Bumped off the ball by Amelia Collins, and it's going to be a corner for Riverwood. The far corner flag, 16 and a half minutes and counting. Riverwood a 2-1 lead. So Casey Burke having to track the ball down as there is about a 10-foot high net this time of year that keeps the ball from going all the way out to the track. Burke plays it back to Landry Olson inside the 18, swept in toward the 6, knocked up into the air and cleared by Chilton of the Vikings. Loskin tries to turn, but the defense is there for Riverwood once again. Talia Pemberton looking down the right-hand side for Kaylin Lofton. Lakeside goes over the top, but there once again to defend is Riverwood. It's going to be a throw for the Vikings. Far touch line, about 25 yards or so from net. Looking to go inside the 18, one hop, two. Lakeside tries to win possession with Lily McMahon. McMahon was challenging Lily Stein over here on the near side. McMahon touches it last. Or correction, Olivia Loskin touches it last. It'll be a throw for Riverwood. Loskin gets first touch off of the throw. McMahon heads it up into the air. Haley Davis tries to scoot around one player, two, tries to send it toward the penalty spot, chipped, but it hits a Riverwood player first. Settled down by Anna Scott. She tries to get it outside the 18. She does. Cleared, but not all the way out. Finally is by Riverwood on the second touch. Now down the left-hand side is Lily Stein. Stein can't get past Ortland. She stood up. Spetzeris is there. There's reinforcements, and Spetzeris tries to turn the corner right at center line. She can't. She loses possession, so it'll be a throw for Riverwood and Anna Scott. Scott found Ellie Lesser. Third pass couldn't connect. Lakeside trying to go over the top once again. Loskin. But the defense is there with Lily Stein. Chipped inside the 18, but the flag is up. Lizzie McGrath run into by Anna Katz, it looks like. And so McGrath is down. Trying to catch her breath a little bit. Clock continues to roll. So we're coming up on 13 and a half minutes to go. McGrath a little gimpy getting up. The junior's done really well tonight for Riverwood. Long ball past the Lakeside defense. Chasing it down just in case is Paige Lane, the 10th grader. La Madrid rolls it out to her left. Chilton. Long ball. Loskin was there. Defended by Riverwood, but now here comes the charge right down the middle. Once again, Lakeside. But standing up once again is Stein. Haley Davis now in possession, about 30 yards from goal. She'll work down the right-hand side just outside the 18, sends it back toward the penalty spot. Chested down, settled, blocked by Riverwood. The defense is there for the Raiders one more time. They couldn't quite get it out of the 18 until the second effort. Lily Stein now, instead of going up the left-hand side, goes for the cross to Lofton. Lofton did get there initially, but Anna Katz is there for Lakeside. Katz tried to send it on net, but two Riverwood players once again there. Paige Lane tried to settle it off of first touch off of her chest. She could not. And here comes Lakeside once again, coming up on 12 minutes to go. Loskin, about 35 yards away, looking for Haley Davis. The Riverwood defense is there to stand him up once again. Anna Scott. Stein. A little too much looking for Ellie Lesser. Substitutions coming in for both Lakeside and for Riverwood. Looks like Casey Burke is going to the bench, and Anna Katz is going to the bench for Riverwood and Lakeside, respectively. Coming in, Ansley King for Madison Fletcher and the Raiders. Lily Stein up the left. See if Ellie Lesser can get there first. Getting there first is Maya Romanelli, and Romanelli will watch it go over the end line by the near corner flag, so it'll be a goal kick for Isabella La Madrid, and she will leave it for Julia Chilton. Coming up on 11 minutes to go. Chilton working quickly. But the heavy touch over on the far side creates a throw. Another opportunity here for Riverwood. Kaylin Lofton waiting for someone else to throw it. So we're under 11 minutes to go. Inside the 18. 1-2 hops. Lily Stein is there. She's double teamed. Romanelli is there. And the flag is up. Riverwood clinging to this 2-1 lead. Ellie Lesser scoring in the 43rd minute. Match tied at 1 at the break. And so now we're coming up on 10 minutes to go. Coming up on 70 gone, 10 to go in Riverwood, chasing after their first win of the season. Stein, near corner to Ellie Lesser. Lesser just outside the 18. She is stood up, but the defense is there by Lakeside. They clear it away, but it will be a throw. Coming up on 30 yards or so from goal. They're going to move it up to about 25. Anna Scott looking to the edge of the 18. Lesser. She was challenged by Tate Ortland. It's going to be another corner here at the near corner flag for Riverwood. 9.5 and counting. Lesser, one of the 3 ninth graders starting tonight for Madison Fletcher. And so far, she has the goal that has given Riverwood the lead as they're only about 9 minutes away from their first win of the season. With the right, through the 6, hops over everybody, but it will be tracked down by Lakeside over on the far side. They work their way up the left. But once again, the defense is there by Talia Pemberton. Lakeside having to regroup offensively 30 yards from their own goal. Pass intended for Loskin, but Riverwood is there. Spetzer is trying to chase over on the far side. On the right-hand side, as Riverwood is trying to attack. Ball ends up in the possession of Madison Fletcher. Riverwood throw. Page Lane, right-hand side. Ball inside the 18, headed out. But chasing after it, chance for Riverwood. Settled with the left, deflected. Lily Stein had the chance, but it was off of the leg of Chilton. And it's going to be another corner. Stein tried to give herself a little bit of separation, coming to the near post. But Julia Chilton gets in the way to keep it at 2-1 as we're now under 8 minutes to go. Outswinger with the right here at the near corner flag. Up in the air. Penalty spot. Headed up into the air on the challenge. Second ball headed back into the 18. 2 defenders for Lakeside. Both try to converge on the ball, and it ends up being won by Page Lane of Riverwood. Lofton, right-hand side, gets past Amelia Collins once and twice. Can she track it down by the corner flag? Yes. Tries to send it in, and La Madrid is there. The grab, and you're also going to get a foul on the contact by Riverwood, but a great grab by Isabella La Madrid to keep it at 2-1, 7 minutes to go. Sent forward, McLaren on the left-hand side, through ball. Riverwood trying to get back defensively. They do end up with 4 players back quickly. And Pemberton clears for the Raiders. Not all the way out. McLaren tries to get away from trouble and traffic. Ansley King is there for Riverwood. And here comes Riverwood on a 2-on-4. Right down the middle of the pitch. Ellie Lesser, but to defend, once again, Tate Ortland keeping an eye on it. It's going to be a throw. Far touch line. About 25 yards or so from goal, under 6.5 minutes to go. Substitutions for both Riverwood and Lakeside. Over on the far side. Motion subs. Riverwood trying to figure out where they're throwing the ball in from. Ended up being about 35 yards from goal. Substitutions not in yet. Raiders on the turn, keeping possession. Shot from distance and in! Ellie Lesser again with 5:39 to go. Gets it past Isabella La Madrid, launched from about 25 from the right-hand side. It goes in. Lesser with a second half brace with 5:39 to go. And it is now 3-1 Riverwood. La Madrid looked like she thought it was going to go wide. It ends up going into the corner on the far post. Third goal on the board for Riverwood. Lakeside with Haley Davis trying to charge down the middle to try to get one back at 3-1 down. Stein looking centrally, found Page Lane. Wakefield now in possession. Gets away from 2 Lakeside players, among them Eleanor McLaren. Looking down the right-hand side, too much on the pass. Chilton will track it down. Doesn't have enough speed to go over the end line, so she will grab it near the corner flag. 5 minutes to go. Pass intercepted by Lesser again. Lesser stood up by Amelia Collins over on the right-hand side. Last touch by the Vikings. It'll be a throw for Riverwood. About even with the 18 over on the far touchline. Two defenders there for Lakeside, but getting there for Riverwood. Chipped in toward the penalty spot. It was once again Anna Scott. Headed up into the air. Ortland blocked from sending it up the right-hand side, but it ends up being a throw. Like the ball slipped out of her hands. Scott was there. It hit her. It also hit Elle Wakefield, and those two end up with possession for the Raiders once again. Scott tried to charge in toward the 18. She was stood up, cleared, but once again won by the Raiders. There to defend was Maya Romanelli just at the edge of the 18 here at the near side. It's going to be a throw once again for Anna Scott. Too much on the return pass. Lily McMahon looking for Loskin, but they're playing center field. Talia Pemberton, she's there for Riverwood. Kayla Griffin working well at right center back tonight. Landry Olson, part of that back line that has kept Lakeside in check at 3:15 to go in the match. They've only scored the one goal, and that was in the first half. Loskin now centrally for Lakeside. Charges over to the left-hand side. Has some help from Tristan Linscott. Pass intended once again for Linscott. Cleared away by the Riverwood defense. Chilton is inside center circle. She gets a little help from Tate Ortland. Ortland now tried to send it inside the 18. The Riverwood defense was there. Shot tracked easily by Lizzie McGrath. As we're now coming up on 2.5 minutes to go, Riverwood has that much time on the clock before their first win of the season. Came into the match at 0-6. Lakeside came in with a record of 6-3. We mentioned how short-handed Riverwood was coming into this one with Madison Fletcher. And it has been an Ellie Lesser second-half brace as she charges down the middle of the pitch once again. Sends it into the near corner, Lily Stein. Back toward Lesser at the top of the 18, just outside the D. Back to Ansley King. King. Her intended target, Ava Fleissig. Fleissig keeps it in. Sends it back center circle now, having to defend Griffin. Down the left-hand side, but the speed of Kayla Griffin gets there first before Lauren Acker. Sorry, Tristan Linscott. 9, not 8. Could send it inside the 18. Throw, even with the 18. Loskin settles, deflected, off the post! And Griffin will send it away at 1:23 to go. Far throw once again. Even with the 12, headed up into the air. Easy grab off of Olivia Loskin's header by Lizzie McGrath. 70 seconds to go. McGrath high into the air towards center circle. First touch was by Chilton. Second touch by Riverwood. Here comes Riverwood again. 3-on-3 if they can make something work. Charging through once again, Ellie Lesser. Through ball. Chance is there, but Paige Lane can't get there before Isabella Lamadrid. 40 seconds to go. Lakeside having to work really quickly to try to get another goal on the board. Loskin with the header. Lily McMahon stood up by the Riverwood defense. Under 30 seconds to go. Stein tried to turn. Anna Scott now charging down the left-hand side. Stood up by two Lakeside defenders. Last touched by Scott. And she'll surrender it at 15 seconds. Ortland throwing near side. And there to get it was Elle Wakefield. Wakefield was looking for Lily Stein. Touched by Ortland last. And that'll do it. First win of the season for the Riverwood varsity. Came in with a record of 0-6. Lakeside came in with a record of 6-3. And a second half brace by Ellie Lesser
round of applause.
A goal in the 43rd minute and then another goal with just under 6 minutes to go. Goal by Anna Scott, the first for Riverwood of the season. The second half brace from Ellie Lesser. 3-1 your final. Riverwood gets their first win of the season here in the girls' game with Riverwood defeating Lakeside. Soccer Down Here game of the week brought to us by our friends at Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser Permanente thrive. The boys match coming up in short order. Jason Longshore will have the call with that here at Hoskins Stadium, so keep an eye and set your notifications on the Soccer Down Here app and soccerdownhere.net. Once again, your final score from Riverwood. Riverwood 3, Lakeside 1.